It is February 22nd, and today there was quite a bit going on. So, first, this morning, whenever we got up and Tia had to go to work, I went out and it was kind of drizzling, and I switched out all the recycling, all the stuff I was going to the scrapyard for. I switched all that back from her trunk to my trunk again. Um, so I plan on taking my car today. I plan on taking my car today to do all of that. Um, Taking a chance that I would make it and that my car wouldn't die on me. So 7:30, Tia gets in her car, leaves for work, and I immediately began working on some appraisals that my mother had sent me. She sent me 3 last night, and she said, I wasn't planning on taking any more, but a whole bunch all of a sudden came in, and she hadn't had any for a while. All of a sudden, a whole bunch came in. She was like, you know what, I'm just going to pick 3 and do those, because they're apparently leaving to go out of town on Tuesday. So we're going out of town on Monday. But anyway, I worked on those appraisals. About 12 o'clock, I went out and I let the dogs out. I went out and I warmed up my car, sat in there and waited, and I was going to meet Tia for lunch. I got to Tia's office and I was trying to find her car because I was going to park my car because I don't want to drive my car when we're together and she's got to be at work. It may or may not start, and I don't want her to be in that situation. So I parked my car and I'm looking for her card. I saw that it wasn't in the other lot. So it had to be in front of her building, but I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. So I walked down. Then I walked over to the other lot that I was like, well, it's not over there, but I walked over there anyway. Even though there's only like 9 cars over there, I had to have seen it if it was over there. And I walked back and I finally was like, where's your car at? And she was like, it's in the main lot. And I'm like, I don't see it. So I found it like all the way near the smoking area. We went to Chick-fil-A on Haywood Road this time because we didn't want the people at Chick-fil-A at the mall to go, man, you guys are going to get fat if you keep eating here. So we went to the other Chick-fil-A so that they didn't say that. Because we haven't been to the Haywood Road one in a long time. At 1:30, I brought Tia back to work, and I was on my quest to go to the scrapyard, go return stuff to Hobby Lobby, go to the bank, go to Matthew's house. That's kind of where the rest of the day churned around. So I went to the scrapyard, and I actually I was making it rain. They gave me $65 for all the stuff that I scrapped. Now, for all the copper, I had 17 pounds of copper, and I got at $2.30 a pound, which really doesn't seem like that much. I got $39.10, and then there was some other copper as well, but it was different quality. So I got $65 for all of my recycling, aluminum cans, battery, etc. So I think I did pretty good. Now, as I was leaving the scrapyard, wrench popped up. Then almost immediately, the check engine light popped up. So I pulled out of the parking lot and pulled like right over into that little My Three Sons parking lot and had to reset the warnings. Turned off my car, turned it back on, reset all the warnings, sat there for a second, and drove along. I was able to make it probably 2 exits up. I think it was where the charter exit is, and then the lights came on again, or just the wrench came on again, and I was like, well, I don't notice anything about the car, so I just went ahead and kept on driving until I got to the Butler Road exit, because I was going to go to the bank now. While I'm sitting at the light, I turned my car off, turned it back on, reset the codes, and I moved along to the bank. I went in, deposited the money, and of course, once again, the guy looks at my account and he goes, do you know Matt? Yes, I know Matt. He's my brother. Seems to be a consistent thing. And from there, Went to Hobby Lobby, which is just right around the corner, and while I'm sitting at that light, guess what happened? I had to turn my car off, had to turn it back on, and moved along. So I went into Hobby Lobby and returned the mug, got $3 back. Woot woot. And then from there, I went to Walmart because I needed to get some tooth stuff. And then I really should have gotten eggs while I was in there. I should have. Because I knew that when I went to Sam's, I was going to have to choose between these big tubs of eggs. And I only need like this many. I need like 2 or 4 eggs. And all those eggs were messed up. I wasn't going to get any of those. So I went to, or when I was in Walmart, I did not get eggs. So I went to Sam's to get eggs and brownie mix for the little shindig we're having on Saturday night. And they didn't have what I needed. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll just go to Walmart when I get closer to my house. And while I was in Sam's, I told myself last time, because we really need a new one of those little knives that they give out for free whenever they're doing the demos for the knife sets. Pretty much every time I've gone to Sam's lately, they've been doing those demos, but I haven't gone over there. This time I was like, next time there's a free demo, I'm gonna just go over and get the free whatever. So I go to this one. It's something called Whip It, and the guy goes, "There's gonna be multiple free gifts, so you need to get close to the table so I can keep handing them out." At the very beginning, he hands us one little, I don't have it, but one of those little like glass cleaner rags you get for your glasses. It's that stuff that doesn't scratch or anything. That's all we got the whole time. And I'm like, I should have called him out on it and been like, so where are the rest of the gifts that you said we were going to get? I assume by gifts, he meant if you buy one bottle, Sam's will give you a free bottle and then another bottle of whatever it was. But everything was overpriced. He said $30. I looked at Amazon and it was like $20, but you can get a gallon of it for like $40 or $50. So yeah, they're full of crap. They're just trying to get you to buy crap. So I got a rag. Just a little rag, like 5 by 5 inches. That's it. Next time I need to make sure they're doing a knife demonstration so I can get a free knife. Not this other stuff. So I left. I was heading over to Matthew's house, and whenever I got onto the interstate, right as I actually got onto the main part of 385, it looked like there was a line forming. So I got all the way over to the right as fast as I could so I could get behind that line, because it was the Roper Mountain Road exit. Turns out, whenever people in front of me started getting out of the way, turns out it was just a guy broken down. Lights flashing, and then at this point I'm stuck, and my car light came on again. So while I was stuck there, I turned it off, turned it back on, reset everything. Then I'm trying to get over. Luckily, after about 5 minutes, whatever it was, somebody was just like, go ahead. So I stuck my arm out the window. I was like, thank you. And I finally got around him and got back over, got off on Roper Mountain Road, headed over to Matthew's house, and I dropped off like a stack of like 4 DVDs that I had borrowed from him a long time ago. So I dropped those off there. Another step in cleaning out my house. And about 4:25, I left his house, and I finally was heading home. The wrench light popped up multiple times. However, getting all the way back to the interstate, I had to go all the way up to Haywood Road and get on to Lawrence Road and all the way over to the interstate. So I get on the interstate, and I think it was about Butler Road that the light popped on again. And I'm like, you know what? Just keep on driving. So I was going to pull off the side of the interstate, but I didn't. So I just kept on going. I got all the way up to Walmart. Or no, I got all the way up to my exit, and I pulled off on where that stone slab place is, like right at the entrance. And I switched my car off, switched back on, got back on, stopped at Walmart, and I stopped and got eggs, and then immediately went home. And of course, my car light came on again, but I just drove the whole way home and didn't worry about it. So when I get home, I started feeling like, I almost felt like I couldn't control my hands. I had the bag of eggs, I had like the little garbage cans that I had for the recycling kind of under my arm, and then the thing of brownie mix right here. And like my intention was to pick up my keys, lock the car door. But I picked up my keys, locked the car door, and all of a sudden I dropped the bag of eggs. And I'm like, crap. Not only dropped like this far, but it was far enough to crack like almost every egg in the thing. But that was weird because one hand I was like click click to lock my car, and then all of a sudden I just dropped the eggs. It's like my hand just went like this, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Got the mail, went inside, and like my hands. I know I'm like over exaggerating, but it's kind of like whenever you try to like just pinpoint something, but your finger's shaking so bad because you're like hungry or whatever, and it was like that. And then I felt like I was gonna throw up. I don't know what the heck was going on there. Like not forcibly, like I was like, I need to take some fiber. So I let the dogs out, took like 4 scoops of fiber, and then I just went upstairs, watched some videos on my phone, and then I just passed out. When I woke up later, I saw that the video was kind of still up there on my screen because I don't even remember stopping it. And but anyway, I fell asleep. It was, I think, what time did I get home? I got home at that was Thursday, Friday. I got home at 5:22, and I woke up. I don't remember falling asleep, but I woke up at like 8 o'clock when Tia texted me and said, "Okay, I'm on my way home from the Croc Center," and I felt fine after that. It's like whatever it was just kind of went away, but that was weird. All right, so Tia got home. We talked about what to eat for dinner, if we were going to eat anything for dinner. She wanted it was like salad, but we don't have any salad. I was like, we can make nacho chips. I still have some ravioli left. And so I fed Dancer, kind of locked her in the little kitchen area, and we went upstairs, took a bath. And then when we got done, we were kind of sitting on the bed just waiting to go downstairs, and we were like, Dancer's pacing. Why is Dancer pacing? So finally, like Tia walked around outside and she was like, it smells like Dancer pooped. Maybe she's just pooting. I went downstairs and they're all over I really need to start taking pictures of this. All over the kitchen floor was just a little splotch. Like Dancer was just walking and squatting, and there's just little splotches of poop where she was walking. And the weird thing was some of them had like bloody mucus in it. Like some of it was clear and some of it was bloody, and it was weird. I don't know what that was. So I was like, okay, well, we don't have any cleaner because it was on the carpet as well, like right inside the door, and then there's like a spot here and a spot here near the back door. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go to Walmart and get some floor cleaner. And I came back, and luckily I got a 2-pack because then we can leave the bottle for Katie because you know she's going to do it again. Tia cleaned it up. I stood outside with Dancer. I have no idea what's wrong with her now, but I researched online what the heck was going on, and I got the extreme on one end and the not extreme on the other end, and kind of in the middle it basically just says, if it looks like this and she's doing this, she probably has colitis, which can occur from different things, but like if she had like a worm or something like that, or if she had something that didn't agree with her or whatever. And she did just I just did the deworming, and she just finished the regimen earlier today. And so maybe that was some of it, I hope. But I'm going to give her some fiber in the next time she eats. And hopefully everything will be fine. We're going to keep on watching her because I really don't want to take her to the doctor because we have lots of money. We got money ready to go for Disney, and I'm not in the mood to spend it on that goddamn dog. I mean, it's one thing after the freaking other with this dog. I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of this dog. Between her eating her poop and getting sick and us having to pay for it and whatever else she does with her stomach, I can't figure out. It's just getting on my nerves. The dog her time is about to come. Anyway. Not to mention she gets on my last freaking nerve with everything else she does. So anyway, I got home, I got pizza while I was at the store. I got some of the stuff, but I also got pizza. I was like, you know what? We couldn't figure out what to eat. I'm just going to get a pizza. So I got a pizza, brought it home, heated it up, and we ate. We watched some Disney videos on YouTube, and then Tia went up to bed. I went and took the dogs out, brought them back in. Anyway, I started working on, the carbonated water keg because the other one had blown. It's officially gone. There was nothing left in there, so it was time to make the second one with the grape juice this time. But I had to clean off some of the fittings and whatnot. I had to redo some of the fittings on the keg because there was some CO2 leaking out depending on how you hit the thing, and I did all that. And this time though, instead of the CO2 line just kind of being at the top and you having to kind of shake the keg to get it carbonated, I had bought this. I had two of these actually because I have a couple of kegs. I bought this. This is actually a carbonation stone, and there's just a fine mesh in there that separates the CO2 bubbles to the fine mesh CO2 bubbles, so it carbonates faster. So I actually hooked that up to it, basically dunked that all the way down with one of the new hoses that I got. I dunked it all the way down into the keg so that it would carbonate faster, hopefully. Instead of the CO2 just pressing down from the top, it's actually going to be coming up from the bottom. Hopefully that'll work. Because last time it took days and days and days and days to carbonate. I'd take it out, I'd shake it, I'd turn it up, I'd turn it down. And well, this time I plugged this thing in, and like as soon as I turned the CO2 on, I could hear it going. Like it was coming out of this. It sounded really cool. So we'll go down there and see how it goes. See how it carbonated up. Hopefully I'm not over carbonated. But after that, I went to bed. It was like 1:30. I got in the bed and I was like, okay, calling it a day. I'm not going to do anything. Sat in the bed probably for like 20 minutes and just read, and then I was out. And that was my day. Hopefully tomorrow will be less adventurous because I just don't need any more adventure right now.